Everyone, welcome to the show. So I have a bunch of updates to share regarding the investigations into Donald Trump and his allies. So first up is the Justice Department investigation. They've issued a subpoena to Rudy Giuliani in relation to Trump's attempted coup. They're demanding that Giuliani relinquish copies of any retainer agreement between he and Giuliani, meaning Trump and Giuliani, or even the Trump campaign and Giuliani. The DOJ is also seeking records of any payments to Giuliani from Trump or any person or entity on Trump's behalf. In the classified documents case, Chief U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell ordered Trump to reveal the names of the investigators that he hired to search for additional documents. These are the people you guys will recall who searched his various properties in November of last year. They also searched a storage unit, and they were tasked with ensuring that Trump had in fact turned over all of the classified documents finally, or any other documents that he stole or items when he left office. And of course, they found 2 additional classified items in that storage unit. So evidently, Trump's legal team offered to have the investigators speak with the DOJ, with the prosecutors, but they wanted their identities to be kept under seal. So Judge Howell denied that request. Trump also failed in his request to dismiss the New York Attorney General's $250 million lawsuit. This is against him and his family. Trump's team tried to argue, in part, that the statute of limitations had run out on some of their alleged illegal activity. And Ivanka Trump, in particular, not only cited the statute of limitations, but she also said that she didn't falsify any records. The judge disagreed and stated that the AG had provided sufficient evidence of Ivanka's liability. So not a good sign for her. He also called the rest of the motion to dismiss frivolous, and he noted that he's basically done with their reindeer games. The judge warned Trump's legal team that they could face sanctions. They could face financial sanctions if they continue to persist with these delay tactics. And he specifically called out vile, racist Trump attorney Alina Habba. Judge Engoron wrote in his ruling, quote, "Habba in particular has found herself in this judge's sights after repeatedly trading barbs with him in court in a manner rarely seen in the profession, frequently interrupting him on the bench, accusing him of unfairly siding against the former president, and making snide remarks about his law clerk." So even other attorneys are said to be done with her. The other attorneys on this specific Trump team are just done with her antics. One of them told the Daily Beast, quote, "What the fuck is she doing?" is probably the most common question we asked about her. As for the January 6th attempted coup investigation, Congressman Scott Perry of Pennsylvania appears to be a very key figure, as I've mentioned before, in regard to this attempt to overthrow Biden's election. And, Perry's phone was seized by the FBI last year. His name has appeared again and again in witness testimony, especially involving the fake elector scheme, burning of documents, preemptive pardons, all kinds of very shady stuff. So now that the Republicans have taken control of the House, they vowed, as you guys probably know, to investigate the investigators. So Perry is refusing to recuse himself. In an ABC interview, he said, quote, "Why should I be limited? Why should anybody be limited just because someone has made an accusation? Everybody in America is innocent until proven otherwise." Really? And speaking of fake electors, the Michigan Attorney General, Dana Nessel, has reopened her office's investigation into the 16 Republicans who signed the fraudulent certifications, the ones that were stated erroneously that Trump won their state in the 2020 election. Nessel had dropped the whole thing because she referred it to the Justice Department in January of 2022. So she was going to let them handle it. But now she says, based on new information that was released in the January Select Committee report, there's, quote, "clear evidence to support charges against those 16 false electors, at least in our state." And then Nessel added, quote, I think that type of activity can't go without consequences. And she said that she's concerned because it's been a full year since she referred the matter to the DOJ, and she has no idea what, if anything, that they plan to do, or, if anything's even happening with it. So, according to the Detroit news outlet, 3 of Trump's fake electors told the news outlet they had no idea what they were signing. This is what they're saying. One even said she thought that she was writing her name on a sign-in sheet. So we'll see if a jury is willing to buy that. As for the Georgia investigation, the special grand jury has officially been disbanded, and they voted to make their report public. So there's going to be a hearing on January 24th to determine if, in fact, that report will be published for the public to read. And the Fulton County District Attorney can now impanel a regular grand jury, which, unlike the special grand jury, a traditional grand jury can actually issue indictments. The special grand jury can only make recommendations. So that's what the next step would be. However, from what I've read, it's unclear if the DA can present the evidence that was generated by the special grand jury to the new grand jury before the report is published. Finally, as for the E. Jean Carroll defamation case, the judge ordered Trump's 34-page deposition to be unsealed. However, the judge temporarily reversed that decision because the judge said that he needs to wait for a response from Carroll's legal team to confirm that it's okay with her if some or all of the deposition is not only unsealed, but also unredacted. Simultaneously, a DC Court of Appeals is, as I speak, hearing arguments from both sides about whether or not Trump was acting in his official capacity as president when he made those allegedly defamatory comments about Carroll. This is important because right now, our Justice Department, paid for with our tax money, is defending him in court because they're saying, well, yeah, he made those comments while he was president. So that was part of his presidential duty, which is BS. We all know it. But that's where it's at right now. So they're defending him. He doesn't have to pay for anything. He doesn't have to show up in court. They're acting as a stand-in for him in this case. So this panel of judges needs to see the light and say, no, he was not acting as a president when he denied rape allegations. That's ridiculous. That's not part of his presidential duty, and especially not part of his duty to insult this woman. So I will let you guys know what happens with all of this. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate. Please tell others to donate and subscribe. Take care, guys. Love you all. Talk with you soon.